Do you like to have fun?
What the hell is wrong with this fool?
Oh
The
my God,
sensitivity
sorry.
knows no bounds. What is up, everyone? Not a new episode this week, but there is a recap, so we're going to go over what's been happening. And because with Married at First Sight we didn't start till halfway through the season, we're going to touch on some stuff that we didn't touch on before. Of course, the experts get it completely wrong. The panel doesn't know what the hell they're talking about, except for maybe Kevin Frazier has a few good points. I will give him that. But at the same time, they bring a panel together for entertainment. They have the experts that bring all these people together for entertainment. That's it. If you're watching the show, you know maybe it started out as something that was meant to actually find love. But at this point, we are just here for entertainment and for ratings. It is not shocking. It is a reality train wreck. I'm here for it. I'm here to watch it. Entertaining nonetheless. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. Make sure you follow, subscribe, comment, like, hit the bell. Make sure you put in the chat too if you anything you want to see, any shows, maybe something I can debase myself by watching and just hate myself the next day. I don't care because it's all entertaining, because it is a train wreck for sure. But I definitely appreciate the support. Thank you so much. We're going to get right into it. They start off by talking about Michael. If you remember Michael was the one that got left at the altar. I don't doubt that maybe that happened. I think it might have gone down a little differently, but let's see what they say about it.
Season 1, I have been waiting for somebody to get
Of
stiff
course you
at
have
the
been waiting,
altar.
shocker.
I was shocked.
Entertainment.
I mean, you guys know I had such an affinity for
Me too. I'm waiting for
Michael.
someone to get stiffed at the altar.
I mean,
We're devastated.
But then again, I like to see the train wreck.
That was shocking and jarring, and I felt so bad for him. He was literally in tears.
Yeah.
It was a tough moment.
I mean,
obviously, Lauren and
tough,
Orion, that
true.
was, to me, one of the biggest surprises of the season.
Okay, surprising to who? So, as far as the Michael situation goes, the interesting thing about that is that the way they did it, they brought out the bride. You never see her face. They made it seem like they were having trouble kind of placing someone with him. But in reality, it's very possible that whoever they chose actually got cold feet before they ever went out there. That would not shock me at all. And they just tried to play it off. They could have sent a producer out there to show the back of her head and just say, I'm sorry, I'm leaving you at the altar. Sure, they could have been trying to protect her from hate online. I mean, the guy was nice to her at the altar and didn't kind of just lose it or treat her badly. But it would not surprise me at all if this happened well before and they kind of retroactively changed it to say, oh, we're having trouble matching him. And in reality, they sent a producer out there to show the back of her head to say, hey, I'm not choosing you, I can't do this, when the other girl never showed up on set that day. That wouldn't surprise me at all. But, you know, you feel bad for the guy. You got to feel for him a little bit. The other thing is making it seem like you're shocked about Lauren and Orion, that you thought that this was going to work. That I don't even know how those words can come out of your mouth. This was set to be a disaster from the get-go. They made it seem like they were trying to get two people that understood each other, that really got it, that really could understand someone so ingrained in their culture. In reality, when you have two people that are ingrained in their own culture, is what they're saying, they make it seem like it would be easier to see someone else's perspective. In reality, you just want someone to see your pain. And that's kind of what it became. I felt bad for Lauren because she seemed like she was the one that was trying so hard, and Orion just shut down. Now, he was using it as an excuse. We're going to get to a few more of those clips. But for this guy on here, this guy, this guy, to make it seem like this was something that was going to be, or he's shocked about, is not true at all. Just come on, give me a break. Back to the Michael question. The question becomes, would you do it again? If you had to do it over after everything that happened, would you do it again? The answer, hard no. You already realize, or should have realized, that this is nothing but ratings. This is nothing but a television show for entertainment. Shocker there. The way it went down, you should be like, nope. Sorry, not going to have it. The experts don't care about me. They don't give a damn. They're going to make it seem like they do because it's good for ratings to bring him back, the one that got left at the altar, bring him back for another go. And that's what they're making it seem like. I say hard no. They're probably going to get him back. I don't know, pay him money, whatever, they're going to make it happen. But they're going to bring him back. But if you're really in it for the relationship, hard no.
I would do it again.
You full of crap.
I want to be married. Like, I want to find that partner. I want to find the love of my life. So, you know, I would do it again. And plus, like, I've already been...
You want to find the love of your life. This show is not going to work. The gentleman with the bouquet of flowers in his pocket has no clue what he's talking about. This show is strictly for ratings. The experts are not experts. They don't know what they're doing. Need I point out, I don't know much about Pastor Cal and his relationship, but I know the small little lady sleeps apart from her husband. It's ridiculous. And they've been through several sex therapists. The one guy that was on last season, I can't remember his name, but he was divorced from Megan Good, the actress. So clearly they do not have a good track record. So trusting it to come on the show again to make it work, not going to happen. Moving on, though, let's look at a little bit of Orion and Lauren as we're looking back and maybe looking to the future.
How often do we see people get too hot, too heavy, too fast?
Too
All
offended,
the time.
too
It
fast.
seems like they
This
started
time,
off
all the
very, very
time.
fast.
Mhm.
And we know
Come
what
on,
just happened.
kissing ain't starting off
They
very
did not
fast. Give me a
start off too
break, man.
fast. They were really getting to know each other. They were being super communicative.
Hot and heavy
They
here.
were seemingly respecting each other
Yeah.
until they started
Yeah,
getting
whatever,
into
man.
it a little bit, and then it went awry.
Come on,
It
man.
was like emotionally too fast.
That's
though.
what I'm
It
saying.
Y'all
was
full of
one
crap.
those things where,
These
like, they
people have
dived
no
into the
idea
deep
what they're
stuff
talking
a little
about.
bit too quickly.
Dive in too quickly, hot and heavy too fast, trying to feel at each other. In reality, it was never going to work. It was all a facade for the first brief period of time until the whole Redskins debacle. And when they talk about that is the most interesting part. Yes, it's fun to see the backflips they try to do with the inaccurate information. But we'll get to that.
How do you feel that I had sex 2 months ago?
Being honest,
This is
it kinda
another
took
out for
sex
him.
off the table for
100%
me.
another out for him. My God.
Oh my God.
Take
Bro.
my blood pressure. This is gonna piss me off too.
Bro.
I mean, you're not gonna slut shame me.
Okay, you're not going to slut shame. Give me a break with this. You're not going to slut shame me because she said that. This is not slut shaming. I mean, he was looking for an out. That is true. But if someone said at that point, like, okay, but you knew you were in this process, you knew that you were potentially getting married at first sight, you didn't think maybe you shouldn't be messing with other people or things like that, that would be reasonable. That's not slut shaming. 100% he was looking for an out. So he is wrong. He is the biggest douche in this occasion. I have said that numerous times. I think Lauren was the one that got the short end of this stick. But slut shaming? Come on, man. Give me a break with that crap. And now the infamous remarks that really ended that relationship, supposedly, even though, of course, he was looking for an out the whole time.
I just looked at your face.
That's a
I
creepy
didn't
face
know.
what she's making right now.
That was a little, I'm sorry. That was rough.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, a little bit.
A little rough. A little rough. Oh my
What
gosh.
did you think? I'm gonna start with Nicole.
Oh gosh.
First of all, let me reiterate that his whole thing is Redskin. It was when the white settlers came and they would scalp the Native Americans and the blood running down. Not true. For one, Native Americans used to scalp other Native Americans. They used to scalp white settlers. The Redskin thing had nothing to do with the scalping. Of course, he's trying to make it in that. And then they go on to even mention the football team. Come on. But yeah, it's painful. It's just painful.
It was a disaster. I didn't see it as her attacking him, per se. I think she got into a moment that she was uncomfortable. And her way of dealing with it was...
Question, if the roles were flipped, would she have given that same grace? That they are saying that she should have been awarded. Would she have given that to him? I venture to say probably not.
through laughter. Not a good joke. I don't think she truly understood what that term meant. But I mean,
you don't understand what that term means. You don't understand. It doesn't mean anything. He was making something up. It doesn't mean anything. Now, if you were being intentionally hateful, sure, it makes you a dick. But to say you don't understand my people like that about something that is not even true, it's ridiculous.
he had a whole football team named
Well,
that.
that's what I was going to say. With knowing that there has been a football team in the National Football League,
Hello.
the
Yeah.
most popular
Hello.
sport in America, that was forced to change their name. I didn't understand how she didn't know.
That was okay. That was forced to change their name. Let's examine this. For one, the owner was Native American when the name came about, when the Redskins name came about. For two, they consulted with Native Americans about the name. This was not just white people coming in and saying, hey, let's make fun of Native Americans. And oh, by the way, when the name was being changed to the Commanders, Native Americans came and said, no, change it back. This is ridiculous. You're shaming us by changing the name. So let's not act like people were actually out. It was fake outrage. Fake outrage for the Native American, for the Redskin name. So putting that in there and saying, how does she not know because of the whole controversy with the football team? It was a fake controversy. It's ridiculous. The whole thing is stupid.
How she didn't have some inkling that you can't say that one.
You can't.
Do you feel like
that you can't say that? Oh my God. Come on, man. Yeah. Kevin Frazier, you're not smart in that moment. I'm just saying.
Lauren made more mistakes? Like, you seem a little bit, you're like the only person that seems a little Team Orion. Like, do you think...
No. You have to understand that you're sitting down with a person and you're like, hey, he seems a little sensitive to this thing.
You don't have to, okay. You do not have to understand that. Just because he's sensitive something doesn't mean it's like, okay, I have to tiptoe around issues. Maybe someone is too sensitive to something. Maybe they need to lighten up a little bit. The problem is right now we have so much sensitivity and no one can even take a joke anymore, even if you don't like a certain joke. The whole thing is ridiculous. The sensitivity between the two, more so with Orion. Now, that being said, I think more so, he just wasn't feeling it. I think he wasn't feeling it. He used all of that as an excuse to get out. But there's going to be more of them, so we'll see in the future. I do feel bad for Lauren. What are you going to say? I felt bad for her in this situation. I think Orion was kind of a dick. So what are you going to do? Moving on.
The biggest red flag for me is the fact that he is not interested in having relations with her.
Okay, you can argue that maybe he is friend-zoning her. Maybe he isn't as interested as it comes out, but saying it's a red flag because they haven't had sex yet, again, I've stated this numerous times, putting so much emphasis on the sex in these relationships, saying, well, they haven't done it yet. Yes, they're married, and yes, if you are a Christian, if you believe, if you don't, that's fine too. But if you do, and you go by biblical principles, as a married couple, you can sleep with each other. But you still have only known each other for a couple weeks. So at least acknowledge that that could be a factor. And yes, I understand you're like, he's a guy. What the hell's wrong with him? He doesn't want to just jump her bones? Okay. But if he wants to get to know her better and develop more of a connection, then that's good too. That being said, there's possibility that maybe he's not that interested. Again, I think they have the best chance at surviving, but we will see. I would not be shocked if no one gets engaged on decision day, but they have the best chance out of all of them. I will say that. Not much more to say about them now other than, damn, y'all just act like every man needs to be a man whore, but when a man is a man whore, he's a horrible person for being a man whore. Don't slut shame women. It's ridiculous, but men and women, anyone can be promiscuous and be a whore. I'm just saying. Men or women, doesn't matter. Call it out for what it is. But yet, if it's a guy and they're not sleeping around enough, I guess it's wrong. I mean, could he not want to get to know someone better? Is that just completely wrong? I guess we'll find out.
The experts every single season consider having some kind of test to test a man's amount of game.
I think he's got a point, okay? I'm just saying. He's got a point, because it is very possible that Cameron does not have any game. So the experts need more tests if they're going to actually be experts. True. I think Cameron seems like he's an okay guy overall. They're not meshing because she's in therapist mode and she can't get out of therapist mode. I do think it's funny how he flipped the script and all of a sudden says, I think I may want a divorce now, which is interesting to say the least, but a game test, you know, it could work. All right, Kevin Frazier, do your thing, buddy.
I think Cameron is a hell of a catch, a great guy, a self-starter. He has his own business. He's a great, perfect husband. He has zero game. Never given her any game. He's like, get this.
Zero.
Let's go. Get this. I'm here. Big Kiwi, get this.
That's kind of it, though, right there.
They're so done. They don't connect.
I don't disagree.
I think he's putting forth a great effort.
Right, he's confused.
I
was like, at this point, it looks like she's putting forth way more effort than he is.
Right.
No, come on, man.
Yeah, thank you. I
Yeah,
think he
he's
shut
done.
down.
Yeah.
He's like,
She is not putting forth more effort than he is. She cannot get out of her therapist mindset and just accept that he's kind of a little quirky and everything like that. Maybe doesn't have any game. I do think they're done because I think he's made that decision, but come on, her putting forth more effort, I don't buy that. In essence, we're going to have to see where it comes out with Claire and Cameron, but they're done. It is hard to say at this point that any of them are going to make it, but maybe one or not two, definitely not two. What, Austin, Becca, maybe I don't. I'm not even sure about them. Cameron's not gonna make. He's done. He's done. That's pretty damn clear. But the most interesting one, to say the least, is Brennan and Emily.
Well, I actually saw him take a step back towards the end of the honeymoon.
Big step back.
After the comment
This
he made about,
big red flag.
do you know
big
how to
red
have
flag.
fun?
Do you like to have fun?
What the hell is wrong with this fool?
my
The
God,
sensitivity
sorry.
knows no bounds. What
Why
the
did-
holy hell?
Why did he? That
That
I
hit
thought.
a nerve and lit him up.
I thought she was trying to be fun and
Yes,
playful. She was like, "Do you know how to have fun?"
She-
Like she was kind of trying to invite him to get the fun started, and he was like, "What you talking about?"
She was.
girl?"
She was
After
absolutely
that,
trying to
it
be
was
fun and
like-
playful.
It never came back.
Gary, what did you think?
What that says to me is, do not question me. You all she said was something jokingly. Don't you know how to have fun? Ha 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 ha. That was it. And he couldn't let it go for like the next, I don't know how long that scene took to shoot. I completely am aware that they selectively manipulate. I get it. It's reality TV. It's for ratings. I've said it over and over and over again. That being said, he took that way too far and it was ridiculous. That was the first red flag. Maybe he flipped a script. I don't know what he was doing. Personally, maybe he wasn't interested and he just got through the honeymoon. I don't know. Either way, they're not going to make it. It's ridiculous where we're at. And he's sensitive to an unnatural, like, as a man, how can you be a strong man and be so damn sensitive? It's ridiculous. He wouldn't help her carry her bags up or anything like that. Obviously, he's not a man. Obviously, he's not. He's just sensitive, and he's not going to bring anything to the marriage other than control because he feels small inside, I guess. I don't know. It's not going to work out.
So you don't want to touch her?
I mean, that's a pretty way to say it, but
Yes. Yeah.
obviously, you know, when you're talking
And
about
everything,
being attracted to somebody,
the problem is everything seemed good for a while, but then all of a sudden, I don't want to touch her. I'm not attracted to her. And the interesting comment comes right about now.
To get in too deep and show his emotions, and then Brennan was like, "He's mindful because he's on TV."
Is there anything about her that you were not attracted to?
Listen.
We're not doing
that.
We're not
I'm
doing it.
asking you this
Listen.
because I'm trying to get deeper.
No, I think when you're on TV, you always want to be mindful of how you come across.
You want to be mindful how you come across. Now, I hate to break it to you, Brennan. They're going to manipulate and edit it however they want to anyway, but you straight up saying that, you knew you were coming on TV. What did you think was going to happen? Of course, are you just going to thought you were going to come on and you were going to play a role, like an off camera? They're going to show weak points. They're going to show everything, and yet you have to be mindful of so being mindful is you basically saying, I'm not going to say why I'm struggling in this relationship on a show that is about marriage. Come on, man. You're trying to manipulate the situation. Clearly, he has a control problem. And when I say control problem, I don't mean them as a couple having certain roles and being able to control certain things. I mean, he struggles with the fact that he doesn't want her to speak over him. He doesn't want her to be able to speak when he wants to speak. That was very clear with the other expert. This is going to be a serious problem. They're not going to make it, but none of them really are, probably. The point is that where we are in this season, where we are with this show, is basically train wreck after train wreck after train wreck. You can hold out hope that Becca and Austin might make it, but in reality, he might have friend zoned her. It's hard to say right now. I would not be shocked if none of them make it. If any of the ones other than Becca and Austin stay together on decision day, that would really just blow my mind. What we're seeing right now is nothing but ratings. We need real experts coming in if they want an actual show about marriage that lasts. Because, quite frankly, it could work. It could work if you actually match people up who deserve to be matched up. This show wants ratings. This show wants to be able to say, okay, you said you want someone that, you can work with and someone that's a little edgy. And then they give you a meth addict and say, well, he's pretty edgy, I'd say. He's on meth right now. They are all about the damn rings. Although, that'd be pretty entertaining. I think they should do that. But that's a whole nother show. I should make that show. Either way, we are going to see the train wreck as it continues to unfold, continues to just barrel down the train tracks, and it is going to be glorious. So, wait for it. Make sure you let me know if there's anything else you want to see, any other crazy reality TV that I can debase myself and watch. I appreciate all the support. It has been great. Thank you so much. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, all those things to show your support even more. It does not go unnoticed, and I do not take it for granted. Thank you so much, and I will see y'all next week.